Hello everyone. If you're watching this video, then you're probably interested in learning R, and you probably already at least know that R is a programming language. Now if that's news to you, you should definitely stick around and watch this video because you'll learn something. Even if it's not news to you, you might still learn something from this video about what you can actually do with R. Now if you think you know that too, then please feel free to skip ahead to later videos in the series where I talk about how to get R set up on your computer and how to actually start writing code. For the rest of you, let's talk about what R is and what you can do with it. If you go to the R website, the first thing you'll see is that R is a free software environment for statistical computing and graphics. Now, if we break that into pieces, we can see that R is a coding environment where you can write code that your computer will execute to do things that you want it to do. It is also free. We can go to the R website, download R for whichever operating system you're using, including Linux, Mac OS, or Windows. R is also made for statistics. What kind of statistics, you might ask? Well, the answer is really yes. R can handle pretty much any data science related task you want to throw at it. I've personally used it for the following. I've used it for simple statistics, t-tests, etc. I've used it for survival analyses, differential gene expression analyses, machine learning, including ridge regression and neural networks. I've fit millions of 4-parameter log logistic curves for drug screening datasets that I've worked on. I've used it to automatically scan, or more technically scrape, through tens of thousands of pages from a website to aggregate information about clinical trials. And I've used it to implement a novel statistical approach for predicting the efficacy of cancer therapies. I've also used it to create an interactive website that allows users to interactively manipulate and plot data from high throughput cancer drug screens. Now, one of the things that you'll need to know about R is that it has packages. So when I created that statistical approach for predicting cancer drug therapies, I turned that into a package. And what those are just bits of code that people have put together in a way that makes it very easy for you to reuse that code to do whatever task that code is meant to do. Here is a list of available packages from the CRAN archive. This has a lot of packages from R, but there are other packages and other sites. And as you can see, as I scroll down this list, there are many, many packages available for R, and they do all sorts of things. And those things aren't all heavy statistics. There are heavy statistical packages out there that just create complex statistical models, but there are also packages to do things like explore geographic zoning systems and just count the number of plankton in an image. Really, you can pretty much do any data related task with R, and somebody has probably already written a package to make what you want to do much easier than if you were trying to do it by yourself. R is also made for graphics, and by this we don't mean computer graphics or movie graphics, we mean making plots and graphs. Here are some simple plots that you can make with R. You can make slightly more complicated plots or very complicated plots that have a lot of dense information in them. You can make plots in 3 dimensions, and you can make plots that move. You can even make interactive plots with R quite easily, and much, much more. So, in summary, R is a free software environment for statistical computing and graphics. It is able to run on Windows, Mac OS, and Unix platforms, and it has a great community of people who share code to constantly expand what you can do with R. Now, one final thing that you should consider is whether or not R is really the best language for you to learn, because of course there are other languages out there, including those used for data science, most notably Python. DataCamp has a great resource on comparing the pros and cons of learning Python or R. I strongly suggest that if you're at the beginning of your coding career, go read this, figure out which one is going to be the best for you. If you decide that it's R, then feel free to come back. Next time, I'll show you how to set up your computer to start using R.